boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Bung, 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 bung. Bung, 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 bung. Bung, 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 bung. Come on, YouTube. There you go. Oh, you good boy. You're one good boy, YouTube. Good boy, I think. I guess. Seems okay. Yeah. Is it loading? What's going on? Who knows, man? Who even knows? There he is. There's your boy. There's his grinning face. There's his slightly balding head. There's his receding hairline. There it is. Wow, incredible. You must have missed it. Look at the shine on that bonce. Unbelievable. Someone recommended that I get hair plugs the other day. Thought it was... I don't know. I'm not offended by much these days, but... I wasn't offended by it. But I just... You know, there are cases where hair plugs have looked good. We've discussed this before. You know, PayPal days, Elon Musk. Man, that's a rough state of affairs. Gets plugs, looks fine. I mean, if you're a billionaire, maybe you can afford the decent ones. You don't have to go to get some spit and sawdust place in Turkey and get God knows what shot in there. Who knows? They're probably Rooney. Did Rooney's look good? Did they? I don't know. Who did them? The fucking grandma brass that he's been shagging on the side. God only knows. Guys, yeah, so it was like, you know, they can actually look really natural. Okay, firstly, fuck off. They're not as much. They're actually not as expensive as 2 people now. I'm thinking about it. 2 people. My barber in London. God bless his soul. He probably will never cut my hair again. I said no longer live in London, but he does watch the show sometimes. So you know, God bless him. He was like, you know, it's worth thinking about. God, fuck off. And Adam Dean, Teenage Dream, all the way from Singapore. He was like, well, you know, think about it. Fuck off, Baldy. You know what I mean? Like, listen, pal. I think it's like... But then, you know, you do have success stories like it. But look, Elon can make a lot of stuff work, yeah? Elon ain't your normal person. He ain't your normal guy. He ain't your run-of-the-mill average Joe. You know, he didn't used to make dubstep. Let's put it that way, yeah? He's fucking running billion-dollar tech companies. You know, he's not making yoy bass tunes about legal highs. You know, I guess that's where the difference is. I guess. You know, I don't know. What's Demi on about? Geneva got coronavirus now, thank God. That's good. How many? 5 Brits came through, just smashing it in, just vomiting onto everybody, sneezing, you know. The irony would be if the Chinese people in the UK wearing the masks were the only ones that never got it. You know, and you'd be like, fucking, I should have paid attention. I should have seen the signs. You know, all the signs were there. Yep. Yet no. Got myself a cafe in Euro this morning. Also got a sort of miniature one on the side. Doesn't seem to be having much of an effect. I don't know whether or not I'm building up some sort of horrendous tolerance to caffeine. Hayley was whipping up some espresso martinis. And there's a very good mixer you can get for it in Waitrose. I only shop at Waitrose because I'm bougie. And I like having no money. So, but this stuff has got double the caffeine per 100 milliliters of dragon soup. That's naughty business, yeah? There's 300 milligrams of caffeine per 100 milligrams. Millipupus. 300 milligrams of caffeine per 100 milliliters of delicious espresso martini. That's naughty, yeah? That is, you have a few of those. You fucking flying, baby boy. You flying, baby girl. You flying all the way and Neverland, baby boy. Sucking all the way. Sucking. Fucking flying all the way in Never Neverland, man. Tim Westwood will go down on you. Yeah, baby boy. He'll swallow you whole. I don't know, guys. I do not know. It's just cold brew, basically, and sugar. Get going in the morning. Breakfast of Champions. Guys, back on YouTube. Fixed all the little doodads. Fixed the issues. So that's nice, I guess, if you like that sort of thing. Big props to Power Jen, who's been manning the social medias, the Threshold social medias, which were woefully neglected by myself. And weirdly, after having done like a load of promotion for a week, like all the numbers and the metrics have gone up. Could you imagine such a thing? Bizarre. Downloads on the apps gone right up. So that's good times. Thanks for that, Jen. You're a solid member of the group. Not like the other fucking shysters that just turn up late, still chewing, still got their jackets on, talk at the back while trying to do the fucking show. I had a strange dream the other night. I won't go into it. No one is interested in hearing about someone else's dream. The worse than that is having someone tell you about someone else's dream. Like, okay, I don't care about yours, let alone someone I've never met. Like, this is fourth-hand information. Just die, okay? So that's where we are today. Real Akeem claiming he's not late. I beg to differ. Sorry, champ. I don't see you in the first fight. Oh, where does he come in? He comes in around. Is there a time? Can I get a timestamp on that? I can't. Can you? It's a shame. Okay, well, I just have to take your word for it, buddy. Paulie de Pimp. He's here. Paulie claims to have listened to every single piece of archived Threshold show, which is either he's lying or he's insane. I don't know which is worse. I was like, there's about 254 bits of content in the app. You'll find something. It's like, no, I've heard them all. I've listened to all of them. Okay. That's something to talk about, isn't it? Like, that's something to, find a therapist, a counsellor, a priest, maybe. Maybe that's something to go to confessions with, sit in the little box, and the priest's like, what have you been up to, my son? Forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. Tell me about her. What was she like? No, it wasn't that sort of sin. Was it a boy? It wasn't actually. Well, in a way. Have you heard of Threshold.fm? No, I don't think I have. Well, it's a sort of, I guess you would call it a 2-bit radio station. It's just a constant battle against technical difficulties. Yeah, that's the sort of thing. Oh, sorry, I've forgotten that Paulie's Australian. Yeah, fucking 2-bit radio station, mate. Oh, fucking God, you smart up them. You got the fucking chatting shit every morning. Don't even think fucking real, mate. That sounds very strange. Perhaps not a sin, but keep going. Listen to them all, mate. 254 fucking shows, mate. I guess if you listen to all the Coffee Memes, because there's 310 now. 310 Coffee Memes, mate. And then all the other ones from the archives as well, mate. Okay. Have you got anything a bit sexier? Why didn't you take your trousers off? Oh, I'll take my fucking trousers off, mate, if that's what you want, mate. That'll help Jesus Christ come into my soul. That's it. And take your gunties off as well. Oh, I'll take the little gunties off. That's it. Now open up. Guys, yeah. I thought I missed that. Wait, God, I don't know. Mitten's talking crap. Mitten, go back to bed. I've got a story about Mitten, actually, from the Smoking Gun. He's been operating in America by the looks of things, but we'll get into that in a bit. Guys, I love you. Welcome to Coffee and Memes. Okay.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Slugger. It's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
There's quite, I don't know, it's a mixed bag in terms of news today, I would say. A mixed bag, you know? Like, it's Mike Pye going on about intro. Anyway, shortest Aussie accent ever. What do you mean shortest? How can an accent be short? It's confusing. I would describe it as tepid. It should be tepid accent. Woman worried about neighbour who turned out to be cardboard cutout of Judi Dench. Okay. Well, so the neighbour, you live next door to a cardboard cutout of Judi Dench. How does she pay the bills? Is she signed up for council tax? What about her TV licence? There are many questions to ask. Woman busted after smearing her fiancé. Police say suspect 41 wielded dog excrement. I don't know whether or not this is in response to Smear Starmer. Perhaps, is it Smear's wife? No, it's in Florida. Okay, fair enough. And Mitten News, postal worker rented storage unit to hold all the mail he failed to deliver. He was renting a $49 a month storage unit to dump 5,000 pieces of undelivered mail in. That's annoying, isn't it? If some of your mail's in there, you know, your Amazon bits, you know, your stuff that you've ordered off of Etsy, you know, it's like a stone that's sort of roughly in the shape of a heart with Andy C written on it, or, you know, AMC if you worship Satan. I don't know. New coronavirus, a remix. I guess the remix to coronavirus has now an official name of COVID-19. Less catchy, I will say, than coronavirus. I do think it's important, you know, for a pandemic to have a catchy name. You got that? There's the COVID-19. It sounds like a basketball player. Is COVID-19 hit hove yet? No, not yet, mate. No. We're all staked out at the yacht club, you know, just to make sure. You know, we've got we've stocked up on champers, caviar, and we're just gonna ride it out, mate. You know, it's gonna be fine. You know, and if necessary, we can just take off. We can just sail off. You know, Cy Twitty's got a big outboard. You know, on his what do they fucking call it? It's a dinghy, basically. It's got a special name. A rib. Is that right? A rib. Is that what you call it? It looks like a dinghy, but it's a bit bigger. A rib. Oh, fuck off. Just fuck off. Oh, I don't know. Mystery black substance dripping into flat. Turns out to be blood from dead body upstairs. That's a bit of fun, isn't it? Eh? That is a bit of fun. And, I should get this up on the screen. More fun as it's dripped past the Lana Del Rey album that they've got up on the wall. But just dripping past Lana's cold, dead eyes. It's blood from the dead neighbour upstairs. That is grim. Oh my God, that is art in a way, though, isn't it? What's that on the wall? Masking tape or something? Are these... Christ... bougie students, or what's the situation here? I love that it drips past a photograph of a hand with knuckle tattoos that say love, and there's just blood dripping from the ceiling. That is amazing. I'm a big fan. This is really nice. Who's this fucking dingus here? Isn't that guy from the Don't Fuck With Cats? They let him out now. Wouldn't surprise me. This is probably matey from Don't Fuck With Cats. What was he called? Can't remember. Someone avail me of that information in the chat. But he's living his bougie life in a Canadian prison where they get massages all day, hand jobs, you know, they get their, you know, bumholes bleached, whatever they like, really, getting mani-pedis all day. It's Canada, you know. Like, oh, whoa, we don't want to treat him too bad, eh? And now they've moved him out into a nice flat, you know, they've stuck a few Lana Del Rey albums up on the wall, you know, some sort of, I guess you could call it art in a way. What are they? Is that? Oh, pots of amyl nitrate. That is Yeah, there you go. Pots of poppers, aren't they? Oh yeah, next to a little aerator sort of burny incense thing. Fuck off. We know they're poppers. Jesus Christ. Couldn't have tidied up, eh? Like you taking a picture for Lad Bible, yeah, of the blood that's dripping through your window. You couldn't. At least you could just tidy up. Two men are left scratching their heads after a black, sticky, tar-like substance and a horrible smell emerged from the apartment above. The liquid was later discovered to be the blood from a man who had died more than a week before. AJ McCready. Whoa. AJ McCready, I guess, techno DJ? Probably. He's playing at Berghain next week. Initially tweeted a picture of the blood streaks on the wall of the flat he shares with Elvin Schultz. Yeah, they're both techno DJs. In Minneapolis, US. He captioned the image, "Me apartment has smelt horrible recently, and I just found out the guy living above me has been dead for over a week." And before you ask, his body was just discovered after his blood leaked down the ceiling into our apartment this morning. Wow. Looking like a scene straight out of a Netflix true crime series, the tweet soon garnered a lot of attention online, with many calling on AJ to elaborate on the story further. AJ added, "All I really know of the situation is the man upstairs died in his sleep. His body decomposed and somehow managed to seep through into our apartment. We've had leaking in our bathroom, so when we saw this, we called maintenance immediately." Oh, God. They sealed him off. Man, that's quite a rough one. I mean, yeah, I don't know how long would you expect a body to sit there for before it started leaking, basically. And what's the process there? You start, I don't know. I'd sort of just imagine it just sort of dry up. Apparently not. Apparently you liquefy, run through the floor. Maintenance stopped by, had no idea what the hell it could be. Wiped a little off the wall to examine it, and really couldn't determine anything. He went upstairs to the apartment above to see if they had the same problem, and that's when they discovered the body. Later on, AJ posted a picture of the man's apartment door, writing, "His apartment is blocked off too." Although the man's identity and cause of death is yet to be released, Minneapolis police spokesperson John Elder said the initial investigation confirmed nothing appeared suspicious. That's a nice shot. Yeah. Update, tenant above me died. I repeat, died.
This is like Paranormal Activities type shit. Like, this is like The Shining. Like,
Oh my God.
where is it coming from?
Queen! Yes, Queen! This is the best day of his life. He is loving his life right now with 134,000 likes on this.
The Shining. Like, where is it coming from? Because I don't know. Nor does the maintenance man who came in know.
Oh, you fucking know now. Oh, God, that's hilarious. However, after a number of users complained to Evan, dubbing him insensitive, he later reminded commenters that he didn't know the details of the situation when posting the video. He wrote, At the time the video was recorded, I had no clue what the substance coming from the wall was. I was shocked to find out what it was. From my end, it was somewhat traumatic. Having your upstairs neighbour come down through your walls. This wasn't meant to be something that went this far, nor meant to be in any way disrespectful. Of course, the SJWs are onto it. You can't even post about blood pouring through your ceiling in a bizarre, almost horror movie style without the internet trying to have you cancelled. Is there nothing you can't? You can't even post pictures of your Lana Del Rey albums covered in your neighbour's blood without a Twitter mob baying for your blood. Wild. Anyway, tunes-wise, what have we got? There are bits. There was this Meth Juice and Imanu bit called Transit. Oh, sorry, let's get that out. Imanu indeed. 0T. There is Break, Teddy Killers. I feel like did we play everything off that Mob Tactics EP? I don't know if we did. There's a track called Clipped. We'll see if it's up to much. I don't want to second guess it. So let's just play it and find out. Yeah, you're right. COVID-19 definitely does make Neurofunk.
So grab my gun, check it. So grab my gun,
Wow, people really throwing shade at this in the chat. I think it's all right. It's been described as shallow and pedantic. Kind of boring. Wow. Well, that's Mob Tactics. It's called Clipped. I quite liked it. Which was there was a really good one on this EP. Is it Thumper? Yeah, that's the one. Well, maybe we'll play that later. Maybe not. Maybe we'll play it on Friday. Who fucking knows, guys? Who fucking knows? Anyway, talking of Signal's new project.
Iranu. Uvabu. Iranu. Uvabu. Iranu. Uvabu. Iranu. Uvabu. Iranu. Uvabu. Iranu. Oh, yes, you will. Uvabu. Iranu. Uvabu.
Okay, is that clear? And it
Iranu.
is that all clear?
Uvabu. Iranu.
Oh, yes.
Uvabu.
Okay, if that's clear, I turn to you first.
Granatis.
Oh, God. The recommendations in the side are a real mixed bag of nuts, aren't they? Jeffree Star and Count Dankula. Okay, cool. Lobster emoji. Why is it not showing up? Fuck my old boots. Anyway, guys, should we find out about this new COVID-19? I guess, why not? The novel coronavirus, the novel coronavirus, which has killed hundreds and infected thousands more, now has an official name. Oh, they've just rebranded. All right. Is this what did Corona Beer send a cease and desist letter? Breaking. This is PA Media. Don't know what that is. Breaking. The new coronavirus has been named COVID-19 by the Director General of the World Health Organization, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. All right, Tedros. Cheers for that, Ted. Uncle Ted, they call him. The virus has now killed over 1,018 at the time of writing, with 43,000 cases confirmed. So you get it, you got a 1 in 43 chance. I've had worse odds for stuff. Technically, the virus already has the name, but 2019 nCoV isn't exactly the catchiest title. Yeah, well, fucking COVID-19, who either makes neurofunk or like drill rap, isn't especially catchy. 2019 nCoV was also only supposed to be a temporary name recommended by the WHO, referring to the year it was discovered. That's the 2019 bit. The fact that it's new or novel, which the N denotes, that is the type of coronavirus as COV dictates. Right, okay, so you've got a system. That's fine, isn't it? Why don't they name it like the way they name storms, where they're generally after women, and you just stick virus at the beginning of it? Like, Virus Dorothy has killed, Why not have the fucking internet decide, eh? Why not call it Virus McVirusface? Yeah? Why not call it Hitler Did Nothing Wrong? Why not? Get the internet, get a fucking poll together on Reddit or on 4chan, yeah, and come up with a proper name for it. According to Dr. Sima Yasmin, the new coronavirus is part of a massive family of viruses that include everything from SARS to on the one hand, which is a deadly virus, to the common cold. I think you might want to get a little bit more specific, guys. Yasmin told Wired that the new coronavirus differs from SARS and that it currently appears to be more infectious but less deadly. Swings and roundabouts, I guess. She said, it seems a little bit different to what we saw with SARS back in 2002, where people were more likely to have sore throats, a runny nose, and diarrhea. There's already evidence that this new coronavirus does spread from person to person. The interesting thing seems to be it's more infectious than SARS. Another coronavirus, but less deadly. Yeah, cool, guys. Anyway, it's in Hove, so they've shut down the medical centre by Hove Station. Cordoned all of that off. It's not that. That's literally 3 or 4 streets from my house. It's probably fine, isn't it? It's probably fine. Yeah. Well, all right. That's the blood running down the stairs. That's fine. Mum reunited with dead daughter via virtual reality headset. Okay, this is God bless her, but somewhat dystopian in a way. A bit Black Mirror. No, a mum from South Korea has been reunited with her dead daughter via a virtual reality headset. I'm not sure I want to watch it. Maybe it's quite upsetting. Oh my lord alive, they're having a birthday together. Damn. Yang Jae-sung appeared in a documentary titled I Met You, in which a futuristic VR world was created in which she could meet her little girl, Nayeon, who died 3 years ago when she was 7. Oh! The documentary aired on the Munhwan Broadcasting Corporation, which showed a heartbreaking clip on YouTube. In the clip, Jang can be seen wearing a VR headset while in a green screen room. The final cut. Then the film cuts to what she is seeing. Her little girl is rushing towards her. Oh my god. Jesus. I mean, that sounds a little bit torturous. I don't know if I'd, obviously I can't speak for her, but that sounds a bit much. I'm not sure if I could, when the long dog, when Tallywoo passes, get the virtual reality on and she could come and fucking bark at me, hassle me for breakfast, squeak unnecessarily, just generally bully me. Maybe. I don't know, maybe. According to the report in AJU Business Daily, the VR Neon asks, where have you been, Mum? Did you think about me? To which she responds, I do all the time. Oh, God! Can't we get back to sex robot news? Can we do... Oh, there are only Jasper Hammer articles to give a fucking thrashing to. There's a story about feral monkeys with herpes. Let's get into that one. Feral herpes-ridden monkeys are now roaming Florida's northeast coast. Good God. Florida has been infiltrated by a group of herpes-ridden monkeys. I think there's a video there. Let's have a little pipe. A little pipe at that, eh? Florida has been infiltrated by a group of herpes-ridden monkeys. That have been described as feral. As opposed to what? Civilized monkeys? And are roaming across the northeast of the state, according to reports by NBC. A group of feral primates have been seen in Silver Spring State Park, as well as other areas, Jacksonville, St. John, St. Augustine, Palakta, Weleka, Pupipa, and Pubam. The monkeys were introduced to the area in the 1930s by a local cruise operator for a laugh. They released more than 12 monkeys over a series of years onto the man-made island near Silver Spring State Park. The monkeys have now reportedly evolved and have apparently swum to freedom and are now reproducing at alarming rates and exploring residential areas. That's a pain in the arse, isn't it? According to a 2018 survey by National Geographic, more than a quarter of the 300 feral macaques, an invasive species that is native to South and Southeast Asia, carry herpes B. Okay, what's that, cold sore or stuff around your junk? Don't know. University of Florida primate scientist Dr. Stevie Johnson discussed the monkeys in an interview with First Coast News. The potential ramifications of fucking dynamite, he said. Johnson added, a big male, it's a fucking extremely strong, potentially dangerous animal. Although they're riddled with an STD, the monkeys are reportedly not a threat to humans despite an intimidating in appearance. Just don't let them fuck your missus, mate. Don't get caught up in stuff you read on fucking BuzzFeed and Huffington Post about getting cucked by a monkey and how it's gonna help to smash the patriarchy, mate. Don't let the monkeys fuck your missus. Okay. Greta Mealy, who works for Dumont Conservancy for Primates and Tropical Forests in Miami, also gave comment in an interview with First Coast News. She said, they're not going to come up to us and interact with us. They would be more fearful. However, residents of areas the bands of monkeys have been seen in are more cautious. One Julington Creek resident, Claire Bennett, admitted to being wary of the monkeys. You would be. I mean, herpes or not, monkeys are sort of terrifying in a way. She said, there's definitely a concern because I walk dogs at 5:30 in the morning and it's pitch black out. If they bit me, if they came after and bit you, you don't know what they might have, what they might be carrying. Who knows? Coronavirus, AIDS, God knows. While the monkeys are reportedly more fearful of humans, if in close contact, they can present a health risk as they carry and shed the herpes B virus, which is deemed to be fatal to humans. A fatal form of herpes. God, that's a rough one, isn't it? Die of herpes. Jesus. That is no fun. No. I don't want to go out like that. I've decided that's not how I want to go. I want to go dying in my sleep and having my blood drip through the floor into the neighbour's living room. That is the way I want to go. Well, fucking hell. Yeah, let's have another bit off that Grey Code EP, just because I think it's probably one of the best things released in the last year at least. Name me a better release. in the last 2 years than this fucking Grey Code EP. It's unbelievably good. Jesus. Anyway, this is You and I, featuring Astrid. I thought it was more of it than that. I did. 5 minutes of it, though. That's not bad, is it? That is really good. Really good. Well done, guys. Really, I mean, well done, Grey Code. Let's have a little pipe at his boat. He's got a ponytail. Oh, okay, I'll take everything back. Has he? Yeah. Hey, what are you going to do, man? You win some, you lose some, right? You know, it's just the ups and downs of life. You know, one moment you think, oh, it's probably the best EP I've heard in a couple of years. Next moment you find out it's made by someone with a ponytail, and then the world doesn't make sense anymore, you know? And people are like, oh, Prolix has got a ponytail, and you're like, look, don't get me started on many flaws with Prolix. What? Drug dealer arrested after accidentally sending price list of drugs to police. Drug dealer was arrested after he accidentally texted a price list to a police officer. Good stuff, man. He looks, well, he's clearly about to do a Resident Advisor podcast, isn't he? Come on. Like, he obviously plays techno. I'm pretty sure I've seen him play at Panorama Bar. Drug dealer was arrested after accidentally pressed a bribe to the Martinez Bonasenko, yeah, 100% from Leeds. Plays minimal techno and was caught with more than £3,000 worth of cocaine and MDMA at Leeds Festival in August 2018. He was also found with business cards printed with the slogan, Flavortown LS6. Oh, yeah. According to the Yorkshire Evening Post. Prosecutor Jessica Randall said Bonasenko was arrested at the festival when security spotted him smoking weed and acting suspiciously. My man! In the process, his bag was searched and the 28 individual bags of cocaine and 67 MDMA tablets, pingers, were found inside. He also had a small amount of cannabis. Court heard the drugs had a street value of about $3,500. I would say, well, okay, hold on a second. I thought he was, I thought he got busted for texting a price list to a police officer, not for getting seen smoking dope and acting suspiciously. What's going on here? Is this fake news? To say what? Heath Robinson getting referenced down here. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Bonasenko pleaded guilty to 2 offences: possession of Class A drugs with intent to supply and possession of cannabis. In mitigation, lawyer Christopher Dunn said that Bonasenko had a job as a chef at TGI Fridays, but had lost his job shortly after the festival. He said Bonasenko, who is a Lithuanian national, had no idea how serious the offences were in the UK. Fuck off. Oh, as if getting caught with that much gear in Lithuania is going to be good times. They're very lenient when it comes to fucking pingers and beak in Lithuania. No chance. Dunn told the court he decided to go and sell drugs at Leeds Festival while completely high. That's the excuse that I was off my tits, didn't know what I was doing with $3,500 worth of Mandy on me. He thought it would be a good idea, not having a clue what he was getting himself into. To say it was a Heath Robinson operation would be something of an understatement. He rocks up at the festival, takes a lot of these drugs himself, obviously turning attention to himself, and then sends his price list to the police. How? This is a man who lost his job and thought he could make a quick buck. He had no concept of the type of sentence that could follow from this offending. Recorder Joanna Kidd, sentenced Buckstead to 3 years and 4 months in prison. She said, "When parents allow their children and young people to attend these festivals, it is often with a degree of trepidation. You set out to earn a significant amount of money from the young people at the festival. They are vulnerable to people like you." Oh, fuck off. What kind of, like, archaic version of, like, the Pusher Man do you have about someone selling dingers at a festival? Go on, kid. Try it. All your friends are doing. Come on. Just take one. Everybody's doing it on TikTok these days. Go on, vulnerable child. Oh, I don't know, Mr. Drug Dealer Man. Are you sure it's safe? Oh, it's safe enough, little girl. Fuck off. He's selling dingers at a festival. What the fuck? Jeez, it's not the end of the world, is it? There is not a single festival of this size that goes on without young people collapsing, becoming seriously ill, and in some cases dying. And the fact that you chose this venue to ply your trade is an aggravating feature. Yeah, what an arsehole for going to a place where people want to buy drugs to sell drugs. Can you imagine? Why didn't you go to the local territorial army base? where, you know, people are less vulnerable and capable of making better decisions. Like, I don't think anyone knows. Why didn't you go to the local WI cake sale and try and ply your trade there? Because I don't think elderly women are that interested in pingers. Well, you went to a music festival where you knew people would be vulnerable. And I knew that's where people take drugs. So I was more likely to sell drugs than I was looking to sell drugs. Yes, you were looking to take advantage of young. No, I want to just sell drugs. People really want drugs. You know, have you ever been to a music festival? No, I have not. Okay, okay. Thank you, Boomer. Fuck my old boots. Woman hasn't drunk water for a year and says it's cured health conditions. Now, I read this the other day and I was amazed. At first I was like, oh, fucking hell, come on, here we go. Another lunatic. Then actually, the more I read it, I was somewhat inclined to agree. I can't get wound up by people like, you drink 3 litres of water a day. Fuck off. I don't think it's good for you. I think you need enough water, but not too much. Anyway, I'm not getting into that. Where are we? I don't know. Do we want to talk about Mitten and his storage unit where he's stockpiling people's Discog purchases? A time-strapped United States Postal Service worker who was unable to complete deliveries of his Virginia route rented a $49 a month storage unit into which he dumped about 5,000 pieces of undelivered mail, according to the U.S. District Court filing. Jason Dela Cruz, who began working as a postal carrier in June 2018, has pleaded guilty to a charge of delaying the delivery of mail. The 38-year-old Dela Cruz, who resigned his UPS job last year, is scheduled for a February 12th sentencing on the felony count. That's today. Well, you know, God bless him, yeah? I hope he sorts his act out. Hope he comes clean. Hope he searches for the hero inside himself until he finds the key to his life. Dela Cruz's scheme was disrupted when he was spotted unloading mail into a public storage facility in Virginia Beach. A witness snapped several photographs of Snitch. It was probably Jimmy Budd, Northern Snitch. Snapped several photographs of the postal employee and a picture of the license plate of the employee's vehicle. Well, they really did a number on him. Really sold him down the river. And provided the images to the postal office. When confronted by federal investigators, Dela Cruz said he can't make time, felt pressured to complete his route. Oh, he's got anxiety, it's a condition. It's oppressive to make a postie do their whole route. He needs more self-care Sundays. So he admitted to renting the public storage unit for $49 a month for the sole purpose of storing mail he could not deliver. Dela Cruz, who denies stealing any mail, claims that he first intended to deliver the mail when he found time, but fell behind and was never able to do so. Dela Cruz, who is free on a personal recognitions in things, some fucking bond or other, faces a maximum of 5 years in prison. Jesus, Mitten, don't be doing this. Don't get any fucking ideas, yeah. Don't be nicking, stuff from Discogs. All right, it's bad. The postal worker hid. This is someone different, I guess. Postal worker who hid nearly 50,000 pieces of undelivered mail in her California apartment was sentenced in 2017 to 3 years probation after pleading guilty to the same count as Dela Cruz. And a New York City mailman who failed to deliver about 40,000 pieces of mail, which agents found stashed in his car, Brooklyn home and work locker, had the felony case against him dismissed by prosecutors in 2016. All right, well, it seems like the punishments are fairly lenient. Fuck it, don't bother. It's my advice to posties. Just don't bother, just go to the pub. I know that's very common practice for posties to finish their round and go immediately to the pub. So why not just jog the fucking round on altogether and just go straight to Wetherspoons? Yeah? Why not go straight to IKEA for one of those £1 6-piece breakfasts, or whatever they are. Go actually for £5 13-piece breakfast. You know what I mean? Well, we'll see, won't we? Last bit for you. What we got? What we got? There was Zero T. There's a Zero T EP here. Zero T and Beta EP called Exiles. Let's have the second track on it. It's called Misdemeanor, and we're going to play it right now. might start a new feature every show where I just go through a list of people that Jimmy Budd, Northern Snitch, has grassed up this week. Who's he been grassing? Coming up at 11, your gal, Power Jen, giving it the big one. Rolling it in, rolling it out again. Wax on, wax off. There's going to be a new update of both the iPhone and the Android app later. Going to be deploying those today. They'll have a few new features in. That's Zero T. The track is called Misdemeanor. New features, including a shout box, so you can send a message in via the app. Yes. Good. Yes, that's good. That will sort of pave the way for the app having its own chat system, which I think is ideal. I know it's spreading stuff a bit thin in that. One could make that argument. But, just trying shit out, aren't we? So there will be, yes, shout box. Also, you'll be able to, there's a tip jar. You can tip your DJ, if you think that, if you want to pay, Jimmy Budd for some of his information that he's quite happy to part with for cash, you can tip the lad, he buy himself a hot bovril, something like that, keep him warm, in the summer months. It's cold up there, it's north of the Thames. It's cold. All right, guys, it's cold. You can also, if you hate Patreon but you love giving money to Threshold, you can also, there'll be a little subscription thing in there. And in the future, when I get my act together to do some exclusive content, you'll be able to get that exclusive content in the app, and other people who don't subscribe fucking won't, basically. So you can lord it over them, like the sort of rich landowner that in many ways you will be. So that's a bit of fun. Also, the Android will have a link to videos if there are live videos, and other stuff as well. I can't think of off the top of my head. Bug fixes, stuff like that. Things. Stuff and things, and just whatnot. Whatnot. Okay. So yeah, video works again, as you can see. Also, there's been an uprising, I guess, in terms of rescheduling Coffee and Memes back to 10 a.m. There is a poll currently going on my Instagram stories, and I was really versus 9 a.m. versus 10 a.m. I was really hoping that it was going to come out at 48-52. Maybe there would be cries for a second referendum, but 10 a.m. is steaming ahead, like quite significantly, holding about two-thirds of the share. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe you can pull it back at the last minute, but probably I would say next week, back to 10 a.m. But we'll make sure that everyone is well informed. Yeah. Okay. I love you all. I'll see you on Friday. Power Gen at 11. Okay. Goodbye.